really gotta stop doing that. Welcome back, because things were out of focus after we record. All right, hey, welcome back to the FixHer Up. Today's episode, I wish it was sponsored, no, we're kidding, but today's episode is fueled by caffeine and the tiredness of a college student, so let's get into it. First things first, I'm going to say this because I feel like I need to. I got Invisalign, so if I'm talking funny, no, I'm not. I'm a little bit, but we will get through it. Last episode, we looked at suspension components and parts of that and just kind of breaking that down. So I thought next we would talk about brakes. Brakes are an important part of any vehicle if you want to be able to stop safely, which is something that I do highly recommend. So to start, your brake system has a few key components that I'm going to break down. There are two styles of brakes that you generally see. So you have your disc brakes and your drum brakes. Disc brakes are the more common one that you're going to run into, so that's what we are going to be discussing and looking at today. Break down your brake system can be a little bit tricky, so bear with me through this and we'll make sure we kind of go back through things if needed. The piece that we're going to start off with is your brake calipers. This is what one might look like. The main part of this, which is going to be your most important, is actually a little piece right in here. This is your piston. It's basically this cylinder piece that has a piece inside of it that when it gets pressurized and you push against your brake pedal, it pushes brake fluid through the lines, and that comes into your caliper through a little piece right here. And that pushes this piston, which pushes your brake pads against your brake rotor. Lots of pieces there. It's okay, we'll back it up. Brake pads are gonna look a little something like this. These ones actually have a ton of life left, which is unfortunate. When you put your foot on the brake, it pushes that fluid into your caliper, which pushes your brakes against your rotor. And that's what actually slows your car down. That's the basic way that a brake system will work. You will also have your emergency brake, which is usually controlled by a cable. So you engage a lever in the car to do that. A lot of newer vehicles will have an electronic system for this where you push a button and it engages the brake. A lot of people have probably never used their ebrake as they've never needed to, but if you drive a manual car, you might find that you use it a lot more because you don't have the park that you would for an automatic. So it is something that's important that you engage and disengage just so that they don't seize up, because the system can rust and stop working, and that's not a fun repair to do or to pay for. This system is separate from your other braking system is exactly because of an emergency. You want to make sure that if you do have some other sort of brake failure, you still have a system that's going to work properly. The next part that we're going to talk about with your braking system is your ABS. ABS is a feature that's found on most newer cars, and it's there to help you in those emergency situations. The point of the system is to not allow your brakes to lock up if you do have to slam on your brakes in an emergency. They help you to steer and slow down the vehicle in a smooth and safe manner. The way the system works is it usually utilizes a sensor that can be found on each wheel, and the system is usually integrated in with your speed sensor, so they work together in order to be the most efficient. The reason for this is because it's telling the car how fast each wheel is going. So if you apply the brakes and your sensors basically tell the car that, hey, this one wheel is still going faster than the rest, it knows to apply more braking to that specific wheel so that you can maintain control of that vehicle and avoid skidding. Because realistically, if this wheel is slowing down and this one's still spinning, that's what's going to cause your car to spin. So ABS is a really great feature for vehicles. Drivetrain. Drivetrain is a term that's used to describe some of the mechanical parts, such as like your suspension of your vehicle. There are three main types of drivetrains that you will hear about. You have all-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive, and front-wheel drive. The differences between these systems is where the vehicle is sending the power to the wheels. Front-wheel drive, it's your front wheels that the engine is sending power to. On a rear-wheel drive, it's the rear tires that is getting the power. And all-wheel drive gets power sent to all four. While you have different drivetrains, this doesn't change how your vehicle is steered. Regardless of where your vehicle is sending the power to actually move it, it will still actually steer itself with the front wheels. Now you've learned a little bit about brakes. There's no stopping you now. Queen reference. Don't know about royalties. If I can put that song in here, I'm definitely putting that in right at this moment. Anyways, thanks for joining me, and we'll see you guys next time.